The fact is, there wasn't going to be any debate if you were included.
None of them have made such a threat publicly, and the consortium has buckled to an old boys club that wants to keep out the newest party that has the freshest approach and the only woman leader. And frankly, I don't think Canadians will accept this for a minute.
We will elect Greens across Canada, but I hope, as my opening remarks suggested, the stakes are far higher than the stakes for the Green Party in the short term. The stakes are for the future of this country, for the future of this planet. We simply do not have a lot of time for old-style political games. And what I hope to do by entering those debates and by campaigning vigorously across Canada is to shake off old-style politics and re-engage Canadians in taking control of their future.
Elizabeth May would not be invited because some other leaders threatened to pull out if she was.
I challenge any one of the other federal party leaders to say right here and now if they wouldn't show up if I was in the debates. None of them have made that threat publicly. If they've made it privately to the consortium, I think all Canadians would like to know what leader would be afraid to debate me on the public stage with the other leaders.
We simply understand what other parties don't, that the citizens of this country are in charge. We're here to be of service to them. We are the voice not of a political party solely, but of a movement that wants change. And we'll be that voice without making those rather petty calculations of if we say this today, it might hurt us tomorrow. We will always tell the truth, and we will never allow power to overcome principle. I don't know what Mr. Harper is so afraid of letting me in the debates.
It's obvious what he's afraid of, that she's going to beat him.
Now is the time to wake up. To all of you who are disenchanted, dispirited, disappointed, and disillusioned, this is the time for you to wake up and recognize that the leadership does not exist at the series of podiums you've just watched over this morning. The leadership is the people of this country, because in a democracy, the people are in charge.
I imagine that we will pursue the legal route because there are some issues here that go well beyond the Green Party's interests. Leadership debate is so important. It's not governed by Elections Canada rules or the Elections Act. It's the decision-making of a small group of TV network executives, and to do so without clear rules that are transparent and predictable and applied fairly really is anti-democratic.
I honestly believe that we will succeed in this country in this election if we get the voting percentages up. If we see 90% of Canadians vote because we've made the elections important to them and direct and meaningful, that to me is success for the Green Party.
The public airwaves are indeed public. The public interest must be served.
It's one of their top commented on stories, 1,700 comments. There's 80,000 people signed up to a petition online. There's no question now that Canadians are interacting in this election.
And I doubt very much that any one of those other gentlemen would choose not to show up when the debates take place with me in them.
Let Elizabeth speak! Since Monday, there has been a sharp and loud reaction to the decision to keep May from debating the other party leaders. The NDP says it was drowning out their campaign.
We stand at a critical place in Earth history. We are one human family on one Earth community. This is where we belong. We have a politic of hope that we bring to Canadians. We have a politic of belief that a better world is possible. And we know that each and every Canadian is the leader of our times, not the politicians. You across Canada, please pay attention now. Pick it up in your ballot box. You mark your X and you say, I vote for my future. I reclaim democracy. I take back my country. And I do this for future generations. Today, as we launch our campaign, we do this not for ourselves, but for our children, for our grandchildren, for their children, and their grandchildren. We do this together because we know a better world is possible. Thank you.
Elizabeth May, the leader of the Green Party. It's interesting to note as she gave her pitch today in her opening statement that she was the only party leader that didn't either speak from a teleprompter or walk to a prepared text in front of them. She clearly seemed to have some notes with her, but for most of it, it was just boom, right out of the gate.
Or, I'm sick of trying to vote for someone that I think is going to change things. They never do. I've stopped voting. I hear that a lot. Or people who say it doesn't matter who you vote for, the government always gets in.
May says no matter how things unfold, she will be at those debates.
All right, here's the question then. Who won tonight? Who wants to go first?
I'll jump in. I'll be that pundit I warned you about. I think Elizabeth May won.
Okay, Alan?
Well, by process of elimination, I think that Elizabeth May probably also won, but I think that her winning has the least impact on a possible election outcome.
Will it be Lorne Mayencourt of the Conservative Party or Adrian Carr of the Green Party? Lorne Mayencourt, you have 21%. That means Adrian Carr is the winner with 47% of the vote.